I think it's awesome. I think the brotherhood's great. I love the family atmosphere here, and I really like this team. And I think we're going to do great things this year.
We haven't had a chance to talk to you at all. Could you just kind of walk through your decision to transfer from
Yeah.
Carolina to come here?
I was just looking for a new opportunity. I had a long process throughout my time in the transfer portal, and ended up getting a workout up here with the new NCAA rule. You were allowed to do that, and it went well. I was on June 1st, and then a couple days later, the offer came, and it was a no-brainer for me at the time. So,
How long were you in the portal?
I was in it since December.
That's a long time.
Right.
How nervous were you getting?
I had a lot of opportunities come up, and with COVID and everything, scholarship opportunities were very limited, as they are for kickers already. And I didn't really know what to expect. I passed on a lot of smaller scholarship opportunities because I knew there was something better out there for me, and I just trusted God's plan, and ended up getting a great opportunity.
When did the communication start? When did Ohio State first reach out to you?
I want to say probably mid-April, and then I talked with Coach Fleming all up and through May, and we planned to get a workout in later on in May. So I came up here June 1st, and we got it done.
What was it about Coach Fleming, the relationship you were able to build with him, that made you want to play for him?
Oh, just talking every day. We talk about golf and how it translates over to kicking, and I'm a big golfer now, and that's huge. I think there's a lot of similarities in the game of golf and the motion of kicking, so that's one way we started off our conversations. And just he was actually holding for me on my field goals during our workout, so that was pretty cool to have him. He said he's held before when he was in college, so that was cool.
What translates from golf to kicking?
Which
are you better at?
Which am I better at? Kicking, absolutely. Yeah, but follow through and stuff, just like basics like keeping your head down and stuff, seeing the ball. There's a lot that you can take away from it. Yeah. I'm really confident. Throughout this past year, I've really come to trust God, and I don't really get nervous anymore. I trust that everything happens for a reason, and whatever happens, happens. I accept that, and I trust my preparation, and that's where my confidence comes from. And like I said, I think I've only missed one field goal throughout all of our practices, so however many that may be, maybe 30, 40 or something. So that's just preparation.
What was your workout like? How intense was it?
We went into the shoe and kicked, and that was nice. Kicked a lot of balls, and then Coach Day wasn't there. He was busy doing a kids camp, so I came back over to the practice facility later on that day and did a workout here for him, and that went really well too. But just kicking field goals and kickoffs.
When did you start to think about leaving North Carolina?
Throughout the year of 2020, it was just I don't want to dive into it, but things didn't go my way for whatever reason, and it was just I knew I deserved better.
How would you describe yourself as a kicker? I mean, what are your strengths? What do you take pride in?
My field goal accuracy, absolutely. I never really wanted to give up on kicking, because I would go out there on the practice field and have days where I just don't miss, and I know it's special to do that, and that's why I never really gave up on it, and I just kept working, kept my head down. Even though things didn't go my way in 2020, I came and brought it at practice every day, and so I think that's big in how I prepare myself for this moment.
Coach Day said last week what he wants out of his field goal kicker is he doesn't care about 50-yarder. He just wants to make the 35-yarder.
Right.
Is that kind of your forte? I mean, I don't know what the length is, but
right. You have to make them up front before going back to distance and having the coaches trust you from there. But we've had some kicks back to 52 yards in practice, and I've made those, and I don't have any problem kicking inside 57 yards. But obviously, you got to make those up close ones. The automatic wins is what they say.
How old are you?
How old am I? 23.
What was it like coming in here, having to compete with Jake, and transferring without knowing whether you were going to be the starting kicker?
Right. I just kind of kept an open mind, and Jake was a great competitor, and he's got a bright future ahead of him for sure. And I enjoyed competing with him. I enjoyed kicking every day with the team. And what was the second part of that question?
Yeah, just what was it like? You're transferring in, and you don't know whether you're going to be the starting guy.
Yeah, I had to keep my confidence throughout the whole process, and I didn't really worry about the other guy. I kind of focus on myself. I think that's been big for me, is just don't worry about the competition, just do you, and don't try to change anything. Just stick to what you believe in.
You said you turned down some smaller opportunities. Were you always hoping when you entered the portal that you'd be able to end up somewhere as big as this?
I didn't have plans to. It's pretty crazy. My grandfather, he had season tickets to Ohio State, and he always used to want me to come play here out of high school, and opportunity never came up, and it was just like long process in the portal, and I think it's pretty crazy that last minute this turned up out of nowhere, so I just think that's God.
Was your grandfather from Ohio?
Yep, Steubenville, Ohio. Yep.
You have a lot of family around here?
Yes, sir.
So did that play into your decision at all?
Absolutely. They're all big Ohio State fans too.
Were you growing up?
Your dad's dad.
My mom. Yes,
Were you
sir.
growing up? Were you an Ohio State fan growing up?
No, I was never really a big football fan. I played soccer growing up, but I did go, and there was like this customizable hat shop at this mall. I was with my grandpa one time, and I customized a hat with the Ohio State logo on it. I was probably like 10 or 12, so that's pretty wild.
When did you decide you wanted to play football?
So my brother, he punted at the University of Texas El Paso, and he only played high school football for his senior year and earned a Division I scholarship. So I saw that, and I started my junior year, or I kicked in the sophomore spring, but I really started dialing into it. Quit soccer in my junior year, and I saw like what he could do just in 1 year. So I figured I'd give it 2 years and just keep working at it. And I had a really strong work ethic from soccer, so I think that carried over to kicking as well.
What was it that kind of made you fall in love with kicking?
Oh, I don't know. I was really good at it off the back. I had a lot of support from my high school coaches, and my team kind of surrounded me when I was a senior as well, so that really helped. I really liked the camaraderie of football and everything.
Was there like a specific moment where you knew like, hey, I'm good at this, like I can go do this at the college level?
I wouldn't say a specific moment, just over time doing things, and at the time it didn't seem like a big deal to me, but everybody on my team, all my coaches, it was kind of a big deal to them, so I think that's kind of when it clicked for me.
Saturday will be the first game at the shoe for you, obviously. What do you think that's going to be like, kicking in front of that many people, and then what kind of family is going to be there?
I'm really excited. Both my parents are coming. I don't have any of my mom's side of the family coming, but I'm just excited to see the atmosphere, and nothing changes for me as a kicker or through the process, just ready to go out there and do my thing.
Did you ever come to a game with your grandfather?
No, sir.
Who all offered you out of high school? Who all offered you? Why'd you end up going where you went?
Right. I had plenty of walk-on opportunities. Like I said, it's really rare for kickers to get scholarship opportunities, and I had one at Vanderbilt after I went to their camp, and then it's kind of wild because North Carolina didn't show up for me until like the week before signing day. I came up there on an official visit the weekend before signing day, and I made the decision that weekend. So just like kind of trusting the process and knowing who you are and where you might end up. I waited to see what would come, and yeah, in both cases.
Did you watch their game at Virginia Tech this week? I mean, do you have a little bit of a rear view mirror there going?
Yeah, I did. Like I've built great relationships with all those guys. They're still my friends, and I would even say family, and I wish them the best.
But did you feel like you could have made a difference for them there? You don't.
Yeah. I don't.
It's moot, right?
What's that?
The point's moot at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I wish them the best. I don't really have anything to say there.
What's it like to just be a part of this program with?
What's that? Yeah. I think it's big to get reps in the stadium because just to play the wind and everything. So we got a lot of work in there over summer.
What are your thoughts on there during a windy day or whatever?
Oh, it's just something you adjust to and adapt for the day and just do your thing.
What's it been like just becoming a part of his program where the expectations are so high and chasing national championships? Just what's it like to be a part of that?
I think it's awesome. Like I was telling our freshman kicker Garrison, over summer we were in here kicking, and just like you hold yourself to a higher standard. You look at all these banners, national championships and everything. You just definitely hold yourself to a higher standard all the time, and I think that's huge too.
When did you find out you won the job?
Probably a couple days before the Minnesota game.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that feel? What was that moment like?
It was nice. It was obviously a lot of hard work paying off, and I was really ready to hear it, and yeah.
Does it feel any different here than it did at North Carolina, just in terms of like what the standards are, what the expectations are?
Yeah, it definitely does. Also, just like I've learned a lot throughout my career from every failure I've made, and I think like just from that, it's like you hold yourself to a higher standard. You can't have bad days, especially as a leader. Like, you have to come in and do your job every day, and like that's one thing I really focus on.
Did you actually have a conversation with Mac Brown? I mean, just to let him know what your intentions were, or did you?
For transferring?
Yeah. Or did
Yeah,
you
I did.
Kind of walk out.
I did. So it was really nice. Being a former QB there, Jace Reuter, we entered the portal prior to our bowl game, and he allowed us to do that so we could get our name out there sooner. But we were able to still go to the Orange Bowl and practice with the team up till then and finish with the guys we started with. So that was nice.
Are there things that you take back from your UNC career? You mentioned like learning from your failures, like 2019, like maybe you didn't play well enough to be the kicker in 2020. Are there things you look back on that and go, I learned from this that I can now apply to being the kicker here?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one thing I learned throughout the process is just you don't have any failures if you're learning from them, I guess. So, yeah, I've learned from every mistake I've made, and whether it be kicking, technical aspects, or just the mindset, I've just learned from it and move forward.
Are there mistakes you feel like you were making before that you're not making anymore?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think being a kicker in college, especially at the highest level, you have to learn from those mistakes, and it's going to come up. Like, even if you think you're the best and the best, like, mistakes, some obstacles will show up that you're not able to control. So it's kind of like just focus on what you control.
What
Has
maybe
Ruggles ice cream been in touch since Thursday?
No, sir.
Was there a moment on Thursday when you kind of thought, so I can't believe that I'm here. I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people about that. It wasn't really real to me. It finally clicked, and like on the way to the game, I felt it during the game, halftime, and especially finishing up the game with the win. Like, it definitely hit me that this is all real. Like, it's unbelievable. I'm just really blessed.
Are there ways in which you feel like you're a better kicker now than you were when you last kicked for North Carolina?
Absolutely. Just off-season preparation, working on all the technical aspects, mindset prior to the kick. Definitely.
Thank you, Noah.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Paul.